Je m'appelle Dominique Corrib.
My name is
Je
Dominic
suis
Corib.
ingénieur en électronique dans le groupe
I'm an
électronique
electronic engineer.
d'acquisition de Soleil depuis maintenant 11 ans. L'activité
The
du
role
groupe
of the electronics
électronique
team
est
is to
de fournir
provide the
des
acquisition
systèmes
systems.
d'acquisition. C'est aussi contrôler
It's also to
tous les
control
éléments
all of the
de la
machine's
machine.
elements.
Donc on a beaucoup
That's
de-
why we need an important
d'alimentation
power
électrique.
supply.
On a des éléments
There are
mécaniques
mechanical
aussi, donc il
elements
faut
we need to
positionner,
position
donc on a
too.
des positionnements de
So we
miroirs,
do
de
mirror and
porte-échantillons,
sample support
et puis
positioning.
il faut asservir tous ces systèmes,
Then we
les
have to
relier,
enslave
les
the systems
synchroniser.
to link and
Ici,
synchronize
c'est le
them.
labo,
Now we're in the
du groupe
lab devoted to
électronique et
electronic and
informatique
digital
de
acquisition
sur
control,
lesquels on fait la mise au
where we
point des
perform
systèmes,
system
le
adjustments.
débugage,
We
les
debug,
réparations,
we
et
repair,
on monte les maquettes
and we
pour
create
faire
the
les
mock-up
tests
to run
avant
tests
que ces
before the
systèmes
system
rentrent
is
en
implemented
production
on
sur
the particles
l'accélérateur de
accelerator
particules ou
on
sur
the
une
experiments
expérience. Hi,
lines.
Krista. Okay. What's the news about the control of hexapod?
I'm not entirely sure yet, but it needs to be confirmed. But the simulation-wise, it looks good.
Okay.
C'est super
Voilà,
intéressant.
ça c'est le genre de petite
Ouais.
astuce qu'il faut savoir. Ok.
Parce que ça te simplifiera quand même le travail, quoi.
Ah oui, oui.
Ouais, alors allez vérifier, tous les axes fonctionnent. Pour le moment, tout est bon. Je peux remettre du stock.
D'accord, donc tu as changé le composant, le système fonctionne de
C'est
nouveau.
bon.
Ok, bon bah c'est super. Mon synchrotron, en
My
quelques
own
mots, c'est
synchrotron
vrai
in a
que
few
l'exercice
words,
est
even as this is
difficile.
not easy.
Je dirais que c'est avant tout la
I would say it's
diversité.
diversity above all.
C'est la diversité des populations.
It's human diversity.
C'est la diversité des
Skills diversity, all united for a same goal. This common goal is to provide an improvement in the quest for knowledge, with applications in real life. Recently, the synchrotron has been used to produce a line of light to diagnose a patient affected by a genetic disease. So science contributes to knowledge, but can also be useful for fellow citizens.
On va prendre un café?
Bonjour, moi je m'appelle
Hello, my name is
Marie-Pauline
Marie-Pauline Gacouin. I'm in charge of communication in Soleil. I arrived at the very beginning of the Synchrotron Soleil project to open the center and to make it known. The first time I heard about Soleil, it was in the newspapers, and there was what we call the Soleil fight 15 years ago. In 2000, I was in political science then, and suddenly I discovered this project for which a lot of scientists had assembled to fight for the work tool and defend it against the political power, which had decided there would be no synchrotron in France, that it was not necessary. So, as a citizen, I grew interested in that struggle. I found it unbelievable. So I began to look into the project, and by sheer coincidence, it was the same week that they put out an ad for someone to do their communication. Since then, I have learned two things in Soleil. Firstly, we are all self-taught. So, when someone says to you, "What? You're not a scientist?" you must make fun of him because we learn every day. And the scientists learn every day too. Secondly, when we don't understand something, it's because people don't explain it correctly. My work here is to make sure that every research domain we work on is understood. I think it's a specific place with a special atmosphere. There are completely different people and culture. People sometimes argue a bit, but there are always people to take time and tell you what this is all about, to explain what is this mysterious machine. Finally, Soleil is just a research center where we've gradually become able to do something that has become common, but didn't exist 10 years ago. People like you and I, citizens, young people, neighbors are welcomed, can visit, discuss with us, question the teams, and this is a specificity of Soleil. People tell us that this is something they can feel here. There are no walls. It's a very specific place with very talented people, but always ready to answer questions. And for me, it was an important thing, one of the reasons I'm still here 10 years later.
Sharing, diversity, civic utility, Words we don't always associate with a research laboratory of this size. And yet, as we strolled through the welcoming grounds of Soleil Synchrotron, the scientists were the very opposite of the crazy professor's stereotype. They were friendly, personable, and eager to share their knowledge. Over the years, various contributors have expanded the accumulated knowledge bank of Soleil. Many of the most exciting contributions have garnered significant media attention, such as the discovery of the virus structure, deciphering the bronchial analysis of the understanding of as well as analysis of the Stradivarius viruses from multi-elements to make transistors. They are certainly keeping busy.
My name is Marc Boll. I work in the CNRS in the cyclotron Soleil in the unit research. I am an electronics engineer. I work on high-tension modules used to quickly deviate the ray to the different equipments, from the LINAC to the booster, or from the booster to the storage ring. So, in fact, to create this powerful electric current and tensions impedance, we use transistors about this size.
J'ai rien gagné du tout, tu vois. On mettra plus de tension dessus. Là, on le voit bien. J'ai regardé, elles sont vraiment hyper bien synchronisées au même moment. Et alors, ce qui est quand même amusant, c'est qu'ils sont bien commandés les deux. Là, on a une belle forme d'impulsion.
For me, the cyclotron Soleil is a story that's more than 20 years old. It's also the sum of all the other experiences that I've had on other synchrotrons. It was a very good idea to assemble a team with persons who had worked on another cyclotron before, and people from the private sector who had never seen a cyclotron and wanted to work there. The persons that wanted to follow the adventure of Soleil have been able to do it. The structure was created to help integrate people who didn't want to work in the private sector. It allowed us to have co-workers who were very involved in the LURE project do the same for Soleil. Their experience allowed us to create this superb machine. I'm very proud of the machine. Very, very proud of the machine. I give it my heart.
Teams working 24/7 take turns, carrying out studies and experiments, united in the common goal of the advancement of this incredible knowledge.
I'm Yann Denis. My role is to maintain this machine and thus assure the light used by the scientists. I work in the control room, so my job is to assure that it is functioning properly during operation, to oversee the scientists' work, to make sure that it occurs under good conditions, so that everyone can work together. Our role is to diagnose problems too, and then to organize the actions that will allow us to resolve these problems. Who to contact, which experts to contact, who's in charge of the various equipment, and who will resolve such or such problem. There's a sense of power because we ourselves, we alone make this beautiful machine work. When a big problem arises, it's not really afraid, but rather excited. The adrenaline rises when there are problems to manage. My own synchrotron, I arrived here at Synchrotron Soleil because I was always interested in the world of research. I want to discover the world in which I live, where I exist. I'm proud to work here because I know that allows the discovery of new things. What I provide is being able to give the tools to the researchers, and in the end, to contribute to that research.
My name is Delphine Valeton. I'm a line scientist specialized in a line of light called Lucia. My job is to host scientific users whose projects were previously selected by a panel of experts.
Qui ont été sélectionnés par un panel d'experts en amont. Leur projet a été sélectionné et ils viennent donc passer un certain nombre d'heures, de jours et d'heures ici sur la ligne pour leur expérience. Alors la ligne Lucia, c'est une ligne d'absorption, c'est-à-dire qu'en fait,
so we probe an element, for example, like sodium, silicon and iron. And we probe the atomic element extremely closely in order to fully understand its structural environment. It is a study of the structure of its matter, all of which brings us closer to really understanding such an environment.
Et on apporte en fait des outils pour comprendre. On a des nouveaux scientifiques avec des nouvelles thématiques qui viennent, qui sont généralement super enthousiastes. Et pour nous, ça nous permet de vraiment voir des tas d'applications et des tas de retombées du travail qu'on peut faire. Et moi, ce que j'aime dans Synchrotron, c'est rentrer
What I like about the synchrotron is when I enter into the ring, there is no one. It's noisy, it's huge. And I will continue with my testing to develop further experiences. We're alone, we're in a bubble, and one gets the impression to be in another world, so that the next morning coming back to reality is strange after all the emotions experienced. When some testing goes well, or we have a positive result, then we feel that we're making progress. This is what I find so attractive about the work that I do. It is enjoyable, and we have a good day at work.
Light years away from the popular image of a bunker-style research lab, Soleil is a home, a place of sharing and diversity, where time and space evolve on a far greater scale than in the rest of society. A timeless universal bubble, working to understand space and time. 24/7, sun, smiles, and shared passions.